Okay, so here is the look that I'm going to be showing you how to do today. It's just a very fun, kind of glamorous wing liner with glitter on top, and then I like to do bright, bold, fun lips to go with it. In the springtime like this, I love to start doing my bright, summery, spring lips. They just add a nice pop of color. You know, obviously you don't have to do something this bright, but it'll pair well with neutrals. It'll pair well with any color, since all of the colors on my all of my eyeshadow colors are so neutral. You can really do anything with your lip. So let's jump into the tutorial. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Hill palette today. Sorry, I've had allergies, so I probably sound a little croaky right now too. Before I jump into the eyeshadows, I'm going to prime my eyelids. I'm going to use this Milani eyeshadow primer. I got it just recently, and it's actually been working really well. And it's a little bit tinted. It does do a little bit of canceling on your eyelids, like if you have a lot of redness or veining, which I do, but not as much as I would like. So I still go ahead and put a concealer over the top. I know that some people just use concealer to prime their eyelids, but I don't know. I just feel better having a primer under there, helping ensure that nothing's going to crease and go wonky throughout the day. Now I'm going to take the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I have mine in the shade Light, and I just barely, this is so full coverage, I barely have to use any. Just take a little bit on each ring finger there, and then I just sort of kind of pat it in, and then that just kind of gives me like a blank canvas to work with. Just a nice clean, smooth eyelid to start working with when I start to put on my eyeshadows. Now that I've got my eyelids primed, I'll start going in with my shadows. I take a kind of large fluffy brush. This is the Morphe M504, and I'm going to go into the Jaclyn Hill palette. And I'm going to go into this shade right here, which is Silk Cream. I taped the little shadow names up there so that I would always know which one was which. Just helps me. Then dust that off a little bit, and then I just start going back and forth, windshield wiper motions in my crease. And that's going to help set down that concealer and that primer too. You always want to set your powder, or your creams, with some powders. And I take my time here, and then I kind of start blending in circular motions too. I don't know if you can hear all that out there, but it is gusting about 30 miles an hour right now. It has been crazy. I think it blew even harder than that last night. It was so loud when we were going to sleep. Absolutely nuts. Same brush, I'm going to jump into MFEO, which is right next to that Silk Cream color right there. Just take a little bit, tap off, and do the same exact thing. The thing with transition shades like this, just the lighter shades, is the more you layer up, the more dimension you give to your eye look. And it just helps any darker colors you go in with later blend out even easier, because you're not taking a dark color and sticking it on, you know, a sticky concealer or a sticky shadow base where it might skip and drag. So it's just helpful to go in with these lighter shades first. I'm going to take a slightly smaller brush. This is the Morphe M505. It's sort of the same shape, but it's just a little smaller and a little bit denser, but still very soft. And I'm going to jump into the shade Pooter right here. It's kind of a nice little neutral-y brown. And take that, and I'm going to focus it a little bit tighter in the crease, not blow it out all over the lid as much as I was doing with the other color. So I'm just taking it very softly, focusing it sort of on the outer corner before I drag any of the excess product into the inner corner. Because I don't want a lot of the depth to be on the inside. I want it to be more on the outside of my eye. Now I'm going to take it just one step deeper. Not too much. I'm going to take this shade, what is it, Buns, right here. It's just a neutral, slightly deeper brown than the last one we went into. Just as you're layering colors, it's just good to kind of keep going gradually deeper, and then that just makes sure that everything blends in as smooth as possible. And I'm using the Sigma E25 blending brush, and it's a lot more tapered, and so you can really precisely place that shadow where you want it. And I really just want to leave this in the outer corner to give my eyes a little bit of shape. I'm going to take just that first brush that I had before and just run it back over everything very lightly with no extra product on it, just to make sure that everything's blended and smooth. Okay, and then I'm gonna keep it all matte today. I need to go grab another shade. That's the only thing that this palette doesn't have. It doesn't have just a white cream kind of bone colored shade, and that'd be about my only complaint about it. So this is the, oh geez, knocking the disc. This is the Wet n Wild Rosé in the Air palette, and I just love, I don't even know if it has a name. I don't think it does. I just like using this kind of creamy matte white color. I use it to highlight can't speak. I use it to highlight the brow bone, or what I'm going to do today is just take it and put it all over the lid just to kind of brighten it up a little bit before I go in with my liner, which I also forgot. Let's go get that. So I'm just going to take, where's my brush? Got my little jar here. Never can find what I need. There we go. Just going to take this little guy. It's I think it's an Urban Decay brush that came in one of the palettes, but I might be lying to you. So I'm just going to take a little bit on there and place it on that lid space where we don't have any of the browns, because I'm not going in with anything shimmery today. So I do like to just add a little bit of brightness with that creamy shade. And then while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and highlight the brow bone. I've never liked doing a shimmery brow bone highlight. I don't know why. I think it looks beautiful whenever I see people do it online, but on myself, I don't know, it's not my thing. Okay, I like to use the NYX Epic Ink liner. It is a felt tip liner. Now, oh, okay, see that, I was just about to say this. My only complaint is, can you see that little bubble on there? So my one complaint is when this starts to get old, it starts to do that, and then like a lot of excess product will come out towards the base, like right here, and you kind of have to wipe it off, or else it'll just kind of like all over your eyelid, and then, you know, you just effed up your eye look. So that's not the best, but once I figure that out, I just kind of keep wiping it off, and you know, it's only like, it's less than $10, I think, so I don't really want to go buy a $30 liquid liner. Can't talk while I'm doing this. So I start in the outer corner and then kind of work in, and then I start the wing, but you'll see. Oh no, it's spitting everywhere. Can you hear that? Blowing so hard. No shit. Oh, you see that? Ugh. I'll fix it. What happens when you blink at the wrong time? Okay, well, now I get a tutorial on how I fix my little F-ups. Gross, but I just like it. You can get makeup remover, but I try not to take off all the eyeshadow I just placed down. And I just rub it. And almost good as new. Okay, now I'm gonna do the wing. So I really can't talk. I try to follow my lash line, my bottom lash line, the same angle that it kind of comes up is about the angle that I try to keep my wing at. You can put on mascara or some falsies, whatever you want. You could be done with it. But what I like to do, just to add a little bit of extra flair, is I take this Too Faced Glitter Pop Peel Off Eyeliner. I don't peel it off. I think that's kind of a crock. Anyway, in Hey Mr. DJ, put it right over the top of this black liner I already laid down. It's not opaque enough to do by itself, but when you put it on top of your black wing liner, it just kind of kicks it up a notch. I've got my mascara on, and now I'm going to move on to the lower lash line and get it finished up. I'm not going to do too much. I'm going to take some of those same shadows that I used up here. I'm going to take Pooter, and then I'm going to take Buns right here, and then I'm also going to take, let's see, Central, is it Park? Yeah, Central Park right here, but I'll show you. Just to give some depth and definition. Okay, I got a call from my husband. He's working down in Argentina right now, so when you get a call, you want to take that call. So I started by putting Pooter on the lower lash line, and now I'm taking Buns. And now I'm going to take Central Park with a It Cosmetics number 221 Ice Smudger Brush, and I'm just keeping that darker color tight to my lower lash line. And then I'm taking the Lancome Monsieur Big waterproof mascara. I really like it for my lower lashes, but it's kind of like crap for my top lashes. Plus it's hard to get off. Now I'm taking my lip liner. It's a Rimmel London Lasting Finish in Cherry Kiss. And I'm just going to line and fill in my lips before I go in with my lipstick. It is the NYX Liquid Suede in 08 Pink Lust. My goodness. But I love this color. It's a great bright pink. Okay, and this is the final look. I just love doing a wing liner, and just putting glitter on top of it just kind of really amps it up and makes it extra glam, extra fun. And then I love bright lips. That's just kind of my thing. Even if I have a dramatic eye, I'll still do a bright lip. It's just, I love it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you liked this look, and I hope you'll come back and see my next video. Thanks. Bye.